Capricorn, what is going on with you? Come on in, have a seat, make yourself comfortable. My name's Alan from UnknownTruthTarot.com. Welcome back to another Capricorn Love Tarot reading. I'm sorry it has been so long since the last time I posted a Capricorn Tarot reading for you. This last 3 months have been a nightmare for me. At this point, I feel like I should have just made a video about that instead of having to mention it at the beginning of every one of the readings, but it's over now, thank God. I don't want to talk about it, and I'm not going to even do that to you. I've wasted enough of your time waiting on me to get around to doing this reading for you. So let's get on with this Capricorn October 2023 love reading, because today we are going to take a look at the status of the love connection between you and your romantic person of interest. I'm going to do that by getting one card to represent the mutual point of interest between the two of you here in October 2023. Then I'm going to get 3 cards for you, Capricorn, 3 cards for your person, and then I'm going to clarify all of it with a second deck, just to make sure we can get down to the bottom of the unknown truth about what's really going on in this love connection of yours. So let's get on with this Capricorn October 2023 love reading. What is the mutual point of interest between Capricorn and their romantic person of interest here in October 2023? Let's get one card. Okay. What's going on with you, Cappy? What is going on with Capricorn as it relates to their romantic person of interest and the connection between the two of them here in October 2023? Okay. Get in there. Thought that one wanted to come out for a second. Whoops. And yeah, you probably just saw me turn a card right side up. I don't read reversal, so whenever one comes out upside down, I just automatically turn it right side up. Most of the time, I don't even realize I'm doing it. The only time I don't do that is if I get screamed at, and I didn't that time. So, what is going on with your person? What is going on with Capricorn's romantic person of interest as it relates to Capricorn and the connection between them in October 2023? Let's get 3 cards for what's going on with Capricorn's person, please. Make sure we don't have something flipped over in here. That felt kind of funny. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, the overall energy of this reading is the 10 of Swords. This is Gemini energy. This is a swift ending to something. Sometimes this is a swift, painful ending to something. Sometimes this is an ending that you don't see coming, hence the swords being in this person's back. If they saw that coming, it would be in their front, not their back. Sometimes this is an ending in betrayal, hence the swords in the back. But no matter how you slice this, this is the ending to something. Under that, we have the 8 of Swords. This is more Gemini energy. This is an energy of being stuck in your head, thinking about something over and over and over on this repeating loop, where you're just like grinding on something in your mind, and you're not fully sure all the information. You don't know what's the safe step to take here in this situation, and you're feeling stuck and trapped and blocked because you don't know what to do, which leads to more overthinking and more looping and more grinding. Not a fun place to be mentally, believe me, I know. I'm hoping this is saying that we have an ending coming to being stuck in your head about something here. This could be that an ending has happened and you're stuck in your head grinding about that. Queen of Swords. What I don't want to see in a love reading is swords. I want to see cups, not swords. And so far, first 3 cards are swords. Queen of Swords is Libra energy. This is an energy of speaking the truth on something, like having that difficult conversation where the truth gets spoken. The sword in this card is used to sever a person or a thing that is not in your best interest anymore. So a lot of times this will represent the severing of a connection, like some words were spoken, some truth was said. Maybe it was harsh, maybe it was cutting, but it was truth from that person's point of view, and sword came out and things got severed. That is what it's looking like has happened here. Son of a bitch, another sword, Page of Swords. This is news, messages, and communication. If it is communication, it can be poorly thought out communication or not thought through very much at all before it was said. It can come out wrong, is what I'm trying to say here. I would describe this as like premature or immature communication, not fully developed, not fully thought out. It is also an energy, though, of someone who's trying to learn something, someone who's trying to figure something out. So I got somebody here stuck in their head grinding on an ending or a severing or some truth that is seen or spoken. And there's this trying to figure it out / communication in here. This looks sketchy. This is the overall energy of the reading. So this is like the aerial view, the gist of what this reading is probably going to talk to me about. We might have to come back to that more as we go along. This mutual point of interest is shared energy that's affecting both of you in some way here in October 2023. It doesn't always affect you both exactly the same way. Sometimes it's a case of they did this and you're feeling the ramifications of it, or vice versa. Sometimes they did or said something or said this and now you're feeling something from that, or vice versa. Sometimes this is legitimately external stuff that's happening that's affecting both of you here. So the mutual point of interest between the two of you in October 2023, Capricorn, is the Sun. This is the Leo Major Arcana card. This is the happiest card in the deck. It's happiness, joy, abundance, bliss, harmony. Really hard to get a better card than that in a love reading. Doesn't exactly mesh very well with Ten of Swords ending. I was hoping this is ending to being stuck in your head and like grinding on something and not being sure what to do and being stuck or feeling stuck. I'm not really seeing that. But then again, this doesn't jive if it's happiness. The other meaning to this card can represent illumination, as in this is the card that comes immediately after the moon in the sequence of the major arcana. So the moon can represent something being hidden in the dark, a secret being kept, or an illusion being there. And the sun is the next step. So when the sun comes out, it shines its light into the darkness and reveals what's been hidden. It kind of exposes things. So it can represent something getting illuminated, something getting discovered, or I'm able to see it now. Tell me more about this sun, please. Why is the sun the mutual point of interest? Really? In Capricorn is a romantic person of interest. Okay. This card obviously wanted to come out. Oh, okay. Show. Apparently the order was slightly important. This card flipped over upright, did a 360, and then flipped back over, or excuse me, a 180, and then flipped back over. So it was like screaming at me to grab it. So I did. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles. This is a new opportunity presenting itself. It's a physical, tangible, practical, real-world opportunity. This is the seed of abundance. It's the seed that has the potential to grow into the Ten of Pentacles that we all want. Maximum stability, abundance, prosperity, the happy, stable home life, like the combining together of two people or two families and building a life together. This is the seed with the potential to turn into that. It is not that in and of itself. It just has the potential to get there. It's an ace, so it's going to require work. It's going to require time, effort, and energy and commitment to make this go from the seed to the full-blown 10 that we all want. Without that work, time, effort, and energy, this is just empty potential. I have the Devil right behind that, Capricorn's Major Arcana card. So this is usually a heavy toxic energy. This is usually obsession or addiction or a feeling of being trapped by something, feeling like I can't escape something. It's kind of going along with this stuck in my head about something. This would be like obsessive grinding on something, obsessive overthinking on something related to an opportunity presenting itself, an opportunity potentially for a lot of happiness. This can represent some distorted energy. It can represent a piece of a person's shadow. In other words, a piece of themselves that they don't really like and they don't want you to see it, or they don't want other people to see it, or they don't want to even look at it themselves. So usually it comes from something painful that happened to someone, and whatever happened wasn't properly addressed. It wasn't dealt with. The pain wasn't sat with, and the message the pain was trying to deliver was not listened to or received, and instead the person just tried to pretend like something didn't happen and shove it down and repress it and push it down into the shadows and pretend like it's not there. Only it was there. It still is there, and it's starting to exert some control somewhere. This is usually that thing. This is either a feeling of being trapped and like something external to me is controlling me and there's nothing I can do about it. I'm like helpless in this. Can also be like such a pull to an opportunity for happiness. It could be something about this connection that you're stuck to. There's so much pull to it, you feel like I can't get away from it. Something under the surface here. Damn, the Emperor right behind that, the Aries Major Arcana card. This is an energy of control. It's about taking control, taking charge of a situation. This is a master manifestor energy in the sense of like this is someone who has all the tools, abilities, and resources to put together a plan to get what they want and then execute the plan to get what they want. Looks like in relation to an opportunity here, but there's this something's off here. These are both energies of control, and for some reason this week I've been seeing the Devil and the Emperor show up in the same reading pretty frequently, and here they're like actually right next to each other, right back to back. This would be someone who presents themselves as being in control of what they're doing, but ahead of that is this other energy that's actually in control. This can be like unconscious stuff that sometimes people aren't aware of. Like sometimes people will go on a diet and they're trying to lose weight and they're willpowering their way through it and they're doing a good job, and then suddenly one night they snap out of it and they're standing in front of the refrigerator with the door open, like eating shit straight out of the refrigerator, and like didn't even realize they were doing it. Like that can be that kind of a thing going on. There's something interfering with actually being in control. You know, there's some sort of burden being carried here. 10 of Wands is Sagittarius energy of a heavy burden being carried. It is a 10 though, and 10s are completion. So this is supposed to be the completion of a heavy burden. This is supposed to be the spot where the burden gets laid down and then you move forward without it. You're clarifying the Sun, the happiest card in the deck. Happiness is tied to this. It's possible that even though this could mean happiness or illumination, it's possible it could mean both simultaneously. Like there's happiness tied to this, but then something's also being illuminated under the surface here. We got something else going on. When I clarify the Sun, I get the 2 of Pentacles, the 6 of Wands, the Knight of Wands, the Chariot, and the Knight of Swords. That's some fast moving energy right there. We'll get to that in a second. Very first clarifier is the 2 of Pentacles, Capricorn energy. It's a 2. 2s are choices. They're decisions. This is some decision in the physical real world where you've got these 2 options here and you're weighing your options. You're looking at the pros and cons. You're going back and forth about something like, do I or don't I? Should I or shouldn't I? Which one of these 2 should I pick? And not being fully sure which one to do. You see how the water is rough and choppy, tossing the ship around in the background. That means the emotions are rough and choppy, emotionally off balance. This is a card of balance, but it's more about trying to regain your balance once your balance has been thrown off, or try to like maintain it and not lose your balance to begin with. It's the struggle with that. It's also 1 foot in, 1 foot out kind of an energy, like someone not able to make their mind up about something. Next, we have Leo energy of the 6 of Wands. It's kind of weird. I remember in the Leo reading, there were like 3 separate spots where I had a Leo card and immediately had a Capricorn card. And then at some point it flipped and I started getting a Capricorn card, and immediately following that would be a Leo card. I'm having that same dynamic happen. I've got a Leo Major Arcana. Very next card is a Capricorn card. Very next card is a Leo card again. I'll take a look closer at the signs here and give you an idea of who we might be dealing with. The 6 of Wands is Leo energy of recognition. Goes perfectly in line with this idea of something having the light shined on it and something being exposed, something being seen. This is an energy of recognizing something and whatever's being recognized is allowing forward movement to happen. But then we hit this Knight of Wands. This is the second fastest knight in the whole deck. The only knight faster than that is the Knight of Swords, and it's also out here. There's two energies faster than these guys, the Eight of Wands, which I haven't seen yet, and the Chariot, which is the fastest energy in the deck. So out of the four fastest energies in tarot, I've got three of them right here in the energy affecting both of you here in October 2023. Knight of Wands it's rushing forward and taking some sort of rapid, passionate action towards something there's passion and desire for. This is, though, like sometimes a wishy-washy kind of an energy. It can be someone who's non-committal in the sense of, like, they say they want something and they have all this desire for it and they start taking this rapid, passionate action to get that thing. But it's very possible, too, that they could, like, suddenly slam on the brakes and pull back and maybe even go a different direction. And, like, they're non-committal in the sense of that they can't stay fully committed to what they say they want sometimes. Sometimes this gets called the player of the tarot deck, and it can represent that in and out, back and forth player kind of a person who comes rushing in all passionately and says whatever they need to say to get what they want. And then once they get it, they run somewhere else just as passionately and say what they need to say there to get what they want. And then they can come back and forth playing both sides of the fence. Another meaning to this Two of Pentacles is it sometimes can represent an energy of juggling two people. It's possible that something like that has gotten recognized here. Well, this is being central to this shared energy. This is like, I've got two energies of like, I'm back and forth. I'm 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I say I want it and then I change my mind. Chariot, fastest energy in the deck. This is about, at its core, it's about using the will to overcome obstacles and problems and challenges and things that are in the way. It's about using just sheer will alone to get past all that stuff and then move forward very fast in success and victory. It also is yelling at me about alignment. This is either the fastest energy in the deck or it's every bit as stuck as the Hanged Man. Like, doesn't move anywhere. The driver doesn't have reins that connect it to the beast that pulled the chariot. So he uses sheer will alone to power this and to steer it and to control it. But if the driver is not fully in alignment, if all parts of themselves aren't pulling in the same direction and their will is kind of split in different ways, this chariot isn't going to go anywhere. Or worse yet, it will move, but the dark side will pull one way and the light side will pull a different way, and it will rip itself in half as it tries to move forward. Next I have the Knight of Swords, fastest knight in the deck. Rushing forward, taking a very decisive, rapid action on something. This is someone who just does it. Like, they don't think about it first. They don't think about it while they're doing it. They just do it. And then they don't think about it until afterwards. So this can be like very spontaneous energy, very abrupt energy, very like impulsive kind of energy. Can be about speaking the truth on something and doing it in a way that's probably kind of harsh, probably doesn't need to be said the way it's said. This is concerning in that we have this two different, like, back and forth, I don't know, energies. And in the middle of that is when things are moving forward. And then there's this potentially will to overcome something, but just as potentially getting in the chariot and getting the hell out of Dodge and doing that very spontaneously and abruptly. Something weird is going on here because I'm still not 100% understanding how this connects to happiness. There's definitely happiness between the two of you. This can be like an energy of like the sunshine that lights up my life, like the person that I'm orbiting around, like they have the gravitational pull and I get such happiness from this person. That's mutual if that's what that's talking about. There's just some problematic thing here with changing of the mind. like wanting something and then backpedaling, is what this is looking like. And it's even possible that things appear to be great and are moving forward, and then suddenly and abruptly they go the other direction. That's the shared energy affecting both of you here in October 2023, Capricorn. Not entirely unusual that I don't fully understand what the hell this is trying to tell me at this stage in the reading. I will come back to this as I go through your energy, because then I'll be able to see how it applies to you. I'll come back to it again as I go through your person's energy, and then I can see how it applies to them. And it'll all make more sense as we go along. We'll kind of figure it out together. Your energy in this connection, Capricorn: the Star, the Hanged Man, the Two of Wands. The Star is the Aquarius Major Arcana card. This is a card of healing. It's a card of hope. It's a card of wish fulfillment. In a love reading, this card can indicate that you see this person as the one for you. Like they're the gift to you from the universe. They're the sunshine that lights up your life, the source of happiness for you. Entirely possible you're seeing things that way. This would not be like the universe saying that this person is the one for you. This was just showing up in your energy, meaning that you probably feel that way. Whether it's accurate or not is irrelevant. It's just showing up in your energy. The Star is also card 17 of the Major Arcana. Card 16, the one right before this, is the Tower. So you don't ever get to the Star energy without going through the Tower first. And the Tower is when some important structure in your life collapses. It all falls apart all around you, whether that's the collapse of a relationship and we have an ending, and still being stuck in my head about the ending and the severing of it, trying to figure out what to do with that. Or maybe the Tower was the collapse of a belief system you had, like some mental model of the world you're operating from, where you're thinking that this is happiness and it's all great and things are actually moving forward, and not realizing that surrounding that forward movement is this back and forth kind of crap, and then suddenly things go a different direction. Changing your belief, like the way I believed it was turns out not to be true, and it's like the record scratches, and now what the hell do you do with that? It's hard to see your path moving forward when things collapse around you. The Star is the guiding light from the universe that shows up to light the way for you. It lights the path so you can see your way moving forward. This is where hope comes from. It's where healing comes from. So it usually represents that we've had some Tower moment at some point in the not too distant past, and now there's hope that things can be healed here. So tell me more about the Star. Why is the Star here as the first card for Capricorn in October 2023, please? A person's first card is always the most important card for them. Okay, we're taking extra cards. Thank you very much. Okay. Well, on the bottom of the deck, 7 of Cups. Scorpio energy of options and choices and confusion about the options and choices. There's a lot of cups here. There's a lot of different stuff that could happen, a lot of different ways this could play itself out, and you don't want to make a mistake and pick the wrong cup. At the same time, there's confusion, emotional confusion around what to do. The clouds of smoke around the cup can represent being confused emotionally, having clouded emotions, clouded judgment, clouded decision making. Sometimes it can represent intoxication. Sometimes it can represent somebody blowing smoke up your ass and trying to make things more confusing than they actually are. Looking like something happened, caused a Tower. You're in the stage now where you're hoping things can be healed, but you're still confused about what to do. Yeah, there's that Tower I'm talking about right there. Still confused about the Tower because I believed it was one way, and now I can't really believe that anymore. Judgment. There's been some sort of a judgment passed based on this Tower here. A judgment is a final decision being made. Powerful Major Arcana card. This is, in a love reading, it's a decision, a final decision about the relationship. Are we going to call it dead and over with, or can we resurrect it? Can we bring it back to life and transform it in a way that it's never this crazy way again? This is that decision about which point do we go with here. 4 of Swords. Libra energy of taking a pause, taking a rest, taking a break. This is like a timeout here. This is a period of time where you're going inside yourself, doing some thinking here, trying to calm your mind. Fours are stability. This would be like stabilizing your mind, stabilizing your thoughts, calming yourself down so you can figure out what to do, so you can think clearly, figure out what to do about this decision, about this tower, because right now you're emotionally confused. When I clarify the star, I normally get 3 clarifiers. I got 5. The High Priestess, Justice, the 10 of Swords again, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. The High Priestess is she who knows. She sits in front of the veil of consciousness, so she has access to all the information you and I as humans don't have access to. She sees everything. She knows everything. The problem with her is she doesn't always tell us everything. So just getting this card alone can mean that there's something going on that you're not fully aware of yet. You're not privy to that information yet. Sometimes there's stuff that we're just not meant to know. Sometimes there's stuff we don't need to know until it's time, at which point the High Priestess clues you in through your intuition, through gut feelings, through signs, synchronicities, dreams with messages, like just inner knowing and guidance. This is your connection to spirit and source and whatever else is beyond us. This is telling me that you're having intuitive hits about something. In a love reading, she can also indicate that for you, the connection is deeper than just something physical. It's deeper than just something emotional. It's like a spiritual level connection. If you notice her gown, when it comes off of her leg and goes off the bottom of the card, it turns into a waterfall. So she's the source of all the water in the entire tarot deck. Every bit of water you see through the entire deck originates from her. She's the source of love and emotions. She's the source of intuition. So this is feeling like very powerful, very deep connection for you. Almost like, I know this person's the one for me. I'm guided to them. Then I have Justice, the Libra Major Arcana card. This is the most powerful card of balance in the deck. It's about doing the right, fair, just thing. This is feeling like for you, this is what's supposed to happen. Like the sword in this card is used to sever something that's not in balance, so balance gets restored, and then the right, fair, just thing happens. Like what's supposed to happen actually happens once the balancing occurs. But the fact that it's here tells me something's out of balance. Either something's out of balance or something unfair and unjust has occurred, which is probably where the tower came from. It's probably why there's a 10 of Swords. It's probably why there's all this stuck in the head energy here. Something needs balanced back out. 10 of Swords. Again, I just referenced that card. This is an ending. It's a swift, painful ending. It's an ending you didn't see coming. It's an ending in betrayal. No matter how you slice this, it's an ending. Something dead and over with there. And there is an element to that for you that wasn't right, wasn't fair. Knight of Pentacles, slowest moving knight in the deck. Very stark contrast to all this super fast moving energy that shows up in the shared energy. In fact, out of the 5 cards that are there, 4 of them are about forward movement. Well, not always forward movement. Sometimes they're about going back the opposite way, which explains why the first clarifier was like, which one do I do? Do I move forward? Do I run? Like, the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest knight in the deck. This is very slow forward movement, like monotonous, methodical movement. This is like very aggravating energy. When a person goes through the Knight of Pentacles, it's really hard to tell the difference between this and the Hanged Man. In the Hanged Man, things are legitimately stuck and nothing's moving forward at all. Here, things are moving. It's just happening at such a slow pace, you probably can't tell movement is happening. It can also represent a person who knows what they're supposed to do and just doesn't do it for whatever reason. He's holding the Ace of Pentacles. We already saw that opportunity, that seed of abundance. He's got the seed of abundance. He knows he has it. He's looking right at it. He's holding it, looking at it. But the fields behind him are barren. They're completely empty because even though he knows he has the seed and he knows he's supposed to plant the seed, he just hasn't done it for whatever reason yet. So we could be dealing with a person who from your perspective, this ending was unfair and they knew what they should have done, but they didn't. It could also be this whole feeling like I want to heal this and having the hope that can be done and feeling the power of the connection and guided to it, and this whole energy of trying to balance out and make right this ending. That could be very, very slow progress. It could be the drip, 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 drip feed type of a thing here, or this could be this could just be, it feels like nothing's happening. Page of Wands is the final clarifier for the star. This is news and messages and communications about passion, desire, like expressing what it is that I want, communicating passionately about desire and sexual energy. This can also represent someone who has the willingness to take the very first steps down a brand new path towards something there's passion and desire for. So it's like there's desire here to move forward. There's passion here to move forward. It just, for some reason, for you, doesn't feel like forward movement is happening at the kind of speed you would like to see. Central to your energy, Capricorn, is the Hanged Man. We just referenced that card with the Nine of Pentacles. This is Pisces energy of progress being halted. There is no forward movement. Things are stuck. They're at a dead standstill. This thing ain't going anywhere. It's like the brakes have been locked up. This is also an energy, though, of trying to look at things from a different perspective, like a different point of view than you would normally look at things from. It's trying to gain enlightenment so I can figure out why this is stuck and how do I get this unstuck so it can move forward. The key point here is like where the focus is external. This is looking at things from a different perspective. Why are these things having me stuck? This is not looking internal at what about me needs adjusted to get unstuck. So this is either telling me that the problem is legitimately external to you and that's why it's stuck, or it's telling me that you are only looking at the external reasons for why it's stuck, and it's possible that there could be more than one reason why it's stuck. Tell me more about this Hanged Man, please. Why is that central for Capricorn in October 2023, please? I'm going to check this because it felt like one may have flipped over in here. Let's see. Yeah. Nope. Bottom of the deck. The Emperor. Seen this already. Aries Major Arcana card. It's an energy of taking control, taking charge of the situation. This can be the person who sets the rules, who lays the groundwork down. This is how it's going to be. Here's the line in the sand. Here are the boundaries. That person in control. It is also that energy of being a master manifester where I know what I want and I put together the plan to get what I want, and now I'm executing the plan to get what I want. If that's the case, that energy is stuck somehow. This could also easily go from an energy of being in control to being controlling. So we could have some dynamic like that going on here. Okay. This is looking like, from your perspective, things are stuck. And there is someone else that is in control, someone external to you that has the power to make the correct decisions, the power to put together the plan, and then to execute the plan. And that is not you. Two of Swords is Libra energy of a decision that needs to be made, only it's not being made. Sometimes that would be because you don't have enough information to decide, so you can't decide. Sometimes it would be that there's something you haven't seen yet, hence that blindfold, like something you're not aware of, and that's preventing you from deciding. Sometimes this can be a case where someone's kind of being a stubborn ass, and like, why doesn't the lady who's trying to decide between these two swords, and like she can't see what she's doing because she's blindfolded, why doesn't she just lay a sword down and take the damn blindfold off, and then she can see what she's doing? So this can be an energy of a person who's got the blinders on, and they're leaving them on purpose because there's something they don't want to see, something they don't want to look at, something that they don't want to be true. So they're just keeping the blinders on to make sure they don't see it. And that's preventing a decision. In this case, what it feels like is things are stuck because there's an emperor who's in control of everything, and the decision doesn't belong to you, which is why you can't make it. It belongs to them, and they're not making it. It's a decision about temperance. This is the Sagittarius Major Arcana card. This is a card of patience. So I've had now on your side a reference to very, very slow moving energy, willingness to do something, it being stuck. Now I've got someone else who has to make a decision, and now there's patience. Like, I have to be very patient with this. So slow moving, patient, not feeling fun here. This can also be an energy of reconciliation. In tarot, water represents love and emotions, and here the water, the love, has been separated into two different cups, and this angel is recombining the love back together. So it can be about reconciling, and from your perspective, that hasn't happened yet because this other person here is the one in control of that decision, and they haven't decided yet. Six of Cups is behind that, Scorpio energy of the past. It's thinking about the past, reminiscing about the past, the good old days, the way things used to be. This represents that there's a history in this connection for you. Represents that this is a very deep emotional connection between the two of you. It can also reference someone from the past or something from the past making a comeback in some way. So it's possible that we have something from the past showing back up. That doesn't necessarily mean a person from the past. It can just mean some element from a person's past. Maybe something that's still affecting them from another person from their past has shown up. Something has shown up from the past that has helped get this stuck. And that's buried under the surface. So that may not be something that you overtly can see. You know, that might just be lurking under the surface there. We did see the devil under the surface. Clarifying the Hangman, I get the Page of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Eight of Wands. Page of Cups, another page. We just saw the Page of Wands a minute ago. This is news and messages and communications about love and emotions, expressing feelings, lovey-dovey messages. So it looks like there's still communication happening between the two of you. And it looks to be like passionate and lovey-dovey. This can be early stages of a love offer, early stages of expressing feelings. This can also represent not fully developed emotional energy here, like emotionally not fully mature. That is right beside the High Priestess. So this could be you're having feelings and you're communicating, but something still seems like it's not where you want it to be. Like, you would want this to be either a knight who is actually taking actions on love and emotions and displaying forward movement on same, or you would want a king, not a page. So something feels like we're close, but this ain't it. Next, we have Nine of Pentacles, Virgo energy. This is a singles energy. This is about being self-sufficient. This is with you or without you. I can do this on my own in the physical world. I don't need you to physically take care of me. I don't need you to financially take care of me. I can do that myself. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that you want to be single. It just means technically right now you are. You're not physically together with this other person, or we would have the Ten of Pentacles showing up here. The Ten of Pentacles would be physically combining. And we did see that reference to the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck here at the very beginning when I clarified the shared energy affecting you both. That's the pentacle we're missing to go from being physically by myself to we're combined together. I think that's part of the thing that feels unfair and unjust to you, is at this stage, you're still physically not with them, and you're supposed to be, probably from your point of view, and external shit has got this stuck. Possibly external shit in terms of it's your person who's not making a decision that they should be making to recombine the two of you, or to balance something out within themselves from their past. Yeah, because that stuff is what's in the way of the opportunity. Yeah, and again, right behind that opportunity is the devil. Oh, I think we're getting insight into what some of this devil is. Yeah, we sure are. Okay. God bless America. Yeah, the devil, the toxic thing under the hood, the thing under the surface that's kind of running the show here. looks to be part of your person's energy here. The very next card is the Three of Swords, Libra energy of heartbreak and sadness, usually from a third energy. This is some sort of a devastating loss in the emotional sense, in the psychological sense. This is, third energy is not always a romantic third party, but a lot of times it is, and it can represent that your person still has some pains related to heartbreak, or some pains related to third energies getting involved in their connections in the past. Physical opportunities presenting themselves for that kind of stuff happening. There's still healing that needs to take place related to that, related to commitment. So they had some sort of, it looks like some sort of a committed relationship that went belly up on them, and there's probably still lingering, heartbreaking, painful things that are remnants under the surface that are rearing their ugly head. That's part of the burden that's being carried here. It's time to lay that burden down, but yeah, if they lay the burden down, there's the cup gets filled back up. And if they don't, there's Eight of Cups, which is Pisces energy of detaching emotionally, detaching physically walking away. And that when there was stability of the home and the family, and the thing that you wanted had manifested into the physical reality, and you had it and it was stable. But yeah, then there was an internal conflict. Or now Leo energy of like, fives are conflict. This is conflict in desires. Like a piece of them wanted one thing and another piece of them wanted something different than that. And they were pulling themselves in multiple directions at the same time. They were playing tug of war with themselves inside what they want. Yeah, as it relates to connections, emotional connections, relationships. Something went south under the surface of your person here. The final clarifier for this Hanged Man is the Eight of Wands. This is Sagittarius energy. I referenced this at the beginning when I showed you 3 of the 4 fastest energies. The only one we didn't have was the second fastest Eight of Wands. This is rapid back and forth passionate communication. Can be rapid forward movement, rapid progress on something there's passion and desire for. This is an energy that can represent travel over great distances. Hell, I got, like I said, out of these cards here, out of the 5 that were the clarifiers for the shared energy, 4 of them are cards that can indicate travel. I've got 2 more here. Could be geographic distance between the 2 of you. Could be someone traveled and went fast and got somewhere else quickly. Probably with distance during the ending here. Could be either of those 2 things. Could be things are stuck and we're still communicating and I'm still single and this is getting really overwhelming. This can be an energy of like so much coming at you all at one time that it's too much. It's too much to process. It's like too much to deal with. And it can feel like taking a drink of water out of a fire hose, and it'll like blow your ass halfway down the street. Final card in your energy for October 2023, Capricorn, 2 of Wands. Aries energy, 2s are choices, they're decisions. This is a crossroads. This is a fork in the road. It's a crossroads in your life, a crossroads in this relationship. This is a decision point. And it's a decision about what do I want for my world? What do I want my world to be like? And which of these 2 paths gets me to what I want? The problem here is a path has to be chosen and it has to be stuck to. You can't turn left and right at the same time. And while I'm feeling that most of this energy here is coming from your person in terms of like the back and forth and I'm moving forward, but then I'm moving backwards, and it's like that off balance, that like undecided 1 foot in, 1 foot out. A piece of that is still affecting you, whether that's coming from them affecting you or a piece of it is actually you are doing that on some level yourself that maybe you don't see yet. This is like screaming, you can't turn left and right at the same time. You can't have it both ways. You have to literally pick one and stay on that path. You can't like switch back and forth either. You can't go down both, and you can't keep running left and right between the two paths, because then you're not moving forward anymore and you're never going to get to what you want. So this is like, decide what you want and pick that path and leave that other path behind and just go down this one. Some sort of decision for you like that. Why is the Two of Wands the final card? Capricorn. The Tower. The collapse of something. Something important to you came apart. It's looking like the ending of this connection happened on some level, but it's also looking like communication continues. And there's still the element of happiness there, and there's still the element of having the will to overcome the obstacles. Something has to be recognized about the 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and the I'm fully committed and now I'm changing my mind to something different, and back and forth. Something is, there's even an element here of, I did it first and then I thought about it, instead of I thought about it and then I did it. This is the collapse either of your relationship or a belief system, or something has like very dramatically changed for you and nothing's the same anymore. And there's the options, choices, confusion, clouded judgment, clouded decision making, not wanting to make a mistake, not wanting to pick the wrong thing, and being emotionally confused. But then with the next card being the King of Swords, this is the decision making energy. This is very smart, logical, rational, intellect, like cerebral. I'm going to look at what's in front of me and decide based on the truth and the facts and what I can see and what I can verify. But I'm going to throw my emotions out the window. I'm not going to consult my emotions at all when I decide things. This is very cold, calculated decision maker. This is someone who is not, they're emotionally distant. This could be, the Tower has caused me a lot of crazy ass emotions that I don't want to make a mistake, so I'm trying to be very logical and rational here with what I decide. Six of Swords. Wow. This is Aquarius energy of moving forward into calmer waters. It's about leaving these rough, choppy waters of the past behind you, moving away from something that was mentally and psychologically painful. This is about moving away from pain and moving forward toward what you actually want. But the woman and child and all the swords in the boat represent carrying burdens forward from the past with you. So there is also a choice implied with this card, and the painful thing has already happened. I know it has. I knew it from the first card with the star. I knew you had a tower there. I knew it from the very first card of the reading with this ending and being stuck in your head, and then the Ten of Swords again. So clearly something has happened that's painful. You can't change that at this point. It's in the past. It's already happened and over with. Your only choice in the matter is, what do you do moving forward into your future? The choice is, do I carry the burden that that painful thing caused me forward into my future with me and let it continue to weigh me down? Or do I carry forward the lesson that painful thing taught me into my future so nothing like this ever happens to me again? This is about moving away from something painful and forward toward what you want. Sometimes this can represent that burden. Is that your person? Like, when you move forward into your future, can you take the lessons from what has happened between the two of you forward together and learn something from that and advance together? Or is this a spot where if you carry them forward with you, they are actually the burden? So this is like an energy of like, look, dude, I'm moving forward one way or another. The only question is, am I taking you with me or not? It could be that kind of thinking. It could just be this has all been so painful and I want to get away from that painful thing and make this a different way. that could be the choice that you're facing, but there's still this element of like, what do I do here for you? When I clarify Two of Wands, I get Four of Cups, Four of Swords, Two of Wands. So I got a 2 on each end and 2 4s in the middle. 2 4 4 2. Also, I get the same card. When I clarify a card and I get the same card, that's the universe going, dude, I done told you. They're at the fork in the road choice point right now. What is it that you want? And pick the path and leave the other one behind. This is a very important decision point for you. This Four of Cups is Cancer energy of being emotionally discontent, not being fully happy with what's right here in front of you, and daydreaming about this other thing, this other cup that you believe is going to bring your happiness and fulfillment to you. Notice what the person on the card's looking at is 3 cups. That 3 of Cups is also Cancer energy, but it represents reconciliation, being reunited and celebrating. You're not happy because I don't think you have that. You're waiting on that to come in. Now, this could also mean the 3rd cup of love, like another person got brought into this and I can't get that out of my head, and that's part of what I'm not happy about. Could be that. This can also even represent that there is a love offer on the table between the two of you already, and nothing's being done about it. It's just being left hanging here in the air with nothing actually happening. Either way, you're emotionally not happy currently. Next is the Four of Swords, Libra energy. Again, this 4s are stability. So this would be like trying to stabilize your mind, stabilize your thinking, calm your mind down, take a pause, take a chill, go inside to heal something, or go inside to do some serious clear-headed thinking so you can figure out what to do moving forward. The thing that's in the row with it is this Singles energy, being not physically together. Justice, something unbalanced is occurring that's why you're not together. Something unfair, unjust is why you're not together. There's a need to balance that out, and this could be you trying to figure out how to do that, or if I should do that. Next, I have the Two of Wands. Again, like I said, choice point, fork in the road, crossroads in your life, crossroads in the connection. This isn't telling me what you should choose. It's just telling me that you're at the point of like, I've got to choose, and I'm not happy, and I got to figure out what choice to make. You're in a spot right now where you probably have too much coming at you and you're overwhelmed by something. It could be that you're still overwhelmed by the ending and the way the ending took place and like how fast the ending was. And this could be like, dude, you made your choice when you did that. You knew what you were supposed to do and you didn't do it. And there was the willingness there, but not the correct actions being taken. That is your energy in this connection for October 2023. I'll scoot this over and get us a little bit more room here. We'll take a look at your person's energy, because in their energy we have the Four of Swords. Excuse me, having trouble with my Roman numerals today. The Six of Swords, which we've already seen. The Seven of Wands and the Nine of Cups. Six of Swords, Aquarius energy. Again, this is that moving forward into calmer waters. It's leaving the rough, choppy waters of the past behind, moving forward, away from pain, toward pleasure, toward what they want. But there are still references to a burden here, and this person's burden happened in the past too, and are they carrying forward burdens from that painful thing? Or are they carrying forward the lessons so something like this doesn't happen? That was referenced here for you in this little story. Oh shit, I should have went one deeper, because there's the Ten of Cups underneath all of that. That happily ever after, that happy fairy tale ending. That, like, this is everybody's goal in terms of love and emotions and relationships. It's like that happy fairy tale romance that we all dream about. We all want that. It's referenced here in this moving forward, and now it shows up as the most important card for your person. Tell me about this Six of Swords. Why is this here for Capricorn's romantic person of interest in October 2023? 23, please. Okay, we're going to have to get one more. I think it did that because it wants me to notice that. Thanks. One more. I just saw the 5 of Swords flip over and go back in. It didn't come out. It just showed itself to me. That's that mentally and psychologically painful situation or event that you move away from in the 6 of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Page of Pentacles. This is news and messages and communications about some physical, tangible, practical, real-world opportunity presenting itself. It's communicating about that or planning for that. A lot of times this will represent being at the early stages of planning for the future and talking about it. King of Swords. There's that Aquarius or Gemini energy, very logical, smart, rational, cerebral thinking, emotionally detached when it comes to decision making, though. Very logical, very clear-headed. Let's look at what I can verify to be true and decide based on that. And then there's the 6 of Swords. Again, we're clarifying that. It's moving forward away from the pain. Away from the painful, difficult thing. And there's that 10 of Cups again. That's still in the background for them too. They're trying to be very logical about their planning for the future. And to me, this is looking like moving forward toward the 10 of Cups. When I clarify the 6 of Swords here, got that same dynamic happening again. I got 4 of Pentacles, Strength, the Lovers. 4 of Pentacles, Capricorn energy. Strength, Leo energy. That's happening a lot, not just in this reading, but in the Leo reading too. And the Lovers is Gemini energy. So this 4 of Pentacles is Capricorn energy of holding on tightly to something and not wanting to let go of it. I don't want to lose you. I don't want to let go of you. Now, it can represent holding on tightly to something that they don't want to let go of because they got some painful shit from the past that has happened to them and they don't want to let go of that for whatever reason. If this energy of like an ending and being stuck in their head, and Queen of Swords like severings and trying to figure out what to do about the 10 of Cups. And then there's that 5 of Swords again, the painful thing in the background here, the mentally and psychologically painful thing, the thing that can sometimes be a betrayal. 9 of Swords stuck in their head, like thinking about something with fear, worry, and anxiety behind their thoughts until they're fearful and worried and anxious and stressed out, and it's like mental anguish. 7 of Swords, lying, cheating, stealing, deception, sneaking around behind backs. In the Hierophant, commitment, faith, like marriage, taking things to the next level, being fully committed to someone. I think that's where King of Swords comes from. This looks like this person had a fully committed relationship at some point in their past, maybe even had a family, and then this looks like betrayal happens. Fear, worry, mental anguish, deception happened during a commitment. Wow, my throat trying to close off now. It's like they don't want to talk about this. They have internal conflict. Yeah, they have something that's out of balance that hasn't been balanced out yet. It needs to be balanced out. 8 of Cups. This is Pisces energy of detachment, emotional and sometimes physical, like walking away, detaching. That probably happened to them. And there's probably a piece of them that's still holding on to remnants of the shrapnel from that crap. But this is also them wanting to move forward and not let go of you. This doesn't seem to me like they want to move forward without you. They want to hold on to you and move forward together. Strength, the Leo Major Arcana card. This is a card that tells me they're going through a very difficult situation. It's requiring a lot of their internal strength in order to even make it through it. They have the strength to make it through. They're just being forced to dig down deep inside themselves and find that strength and tap into it and use it. This can also be an energy, though, of someone who's struggling with themselves internally. Like they're trying to tame that beast inside themselves. They're trying to rein themselves in and hold themselves back and not let themselves do something stupid that would be some kind of a mistake that they regret later. Like she represents the conscience, like your ability to know right from wrong and to tame that animalistic desires and urges and responses that we have and not let the lion loose where it doesn't need to be let loose. Like they're struggling with something here. The Lovers. Could be that they're struggling with this whole idea of moving forward and they don't want to lose you. And like, I'm getting the distinct feeling there's physical separation here. The Lovers, Gemini's major arcana card. This is a powerful love connection from their point of view too. I saw that immediately for you with the Star and the High Priestess and Justice, but it's powerful for them too. A long time ago, this card, before it was called the Lovers, it used to be called the Choice. So it represents the interconnectedness between people and how when you're in a connection with another person, you can't just make decisions and take actions because it also affects them. It's about, the impact that kind of stuff has when you unilaterally make decisions and how we're connected. And it can represent a choice in a powerful love connection or even a choice between lovers. I don't have anything that has said that to me. This is just like there's some decision that needs made here and they're struggling with it. Seven of Wands is central to their energy, Leo energy. This is defensive energy. This is like defending my position on something, defending my stance on something, like fighting off this incoming external energy I'm trying to protect myself from and defend. This can be like fighting for what I want, fighting for what I desire, fighting to protect what I believe in, fighting for this relationship because they don't want to lose you. This could be defensive energy in that, like, I'm feeling attacked here. So tell me more about why is the Seven of Wands central for Capricorn's romantic person of interest. October 2023. Let's get one more on this, please. Okay. I'm doing what I'm told. They're giving me extra, so I'm taking extra. Bottom of the deck. Page of Pentacles. News, messages, and communications about some physical opportunity. This is planning for the future here. They're defending some plan for the future or fighting to get what they want related to a plan that they've communicated about what they want for the future. Seven of Pentacles. Okay. This is like waiting, feeling energy. This is Taurus energy. This is a card about taking a pause here to contemplate things. This is like taking a look at the seeds that have been planted in this connection between the two of you and trying to decide, is this going to turn into the 10 of Pentacles that I really want? Is this worth putting in my time, effort, and energy, or is this something that's not ever going to pan out and maybe I should just cut my losses and move on? It feels less like that today and more it feels like the seeds have been planted here and I'm waiting on this to fully develop so that I can harvest it and get the plan that I have for the future. Like there's a period of time where there's this waiting for something to fully mature behind this plan. This is feeling like physical, financial something here where I have this plan and I'm communicating what my plan is. I just don't have the means and the resources to be able to do the plan yet. Three of Pentacles. This is Capricorn energy. Teamwork, collaboration, working together as equals to build something of value. The thing you would be building of value is the 10 of Pentacles, which is that combining together of lives, building a life together. That would be like living together, marriage, being physically together, which central card for your entire energy is a step back from that. It's like I'm physically by myself here. King of Swords, trying to be very smart and logical and rational about this, which can sometimes feel like a person just doesn't care, like they don't have emotions or that they don't feel as strongly as you do. This is not a person who doesn't have emotions. All humans have emotions. This is a person who is trying to not listen to their emotions. They're not letting emotions get involved because they don't want to cloud judgment and mess something up. They have a plan, and there's just this period of time it's going to take before something fully matures or develops and the rewards can be reaped from it and the plan can actually be done. When I clarify this defensive energy that they're displaying here, I get the King of Wands, the Six of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Three of Wands. Okay, it's happening again. This is a Leo card. I get a Leo card and then a Capricorn card again. I do have something between them, and it's the Six of Cups, a very deep emotional connection between the two of you. History between the two of you. Something from the past, though, is also between the two of you. And your person seems defensive about that. Also seems willing to fight to maintain this emotional connection here. This King of Wands is Leo or Sagittarius energy. This is a bold, passionate, fiery, determined person that knows exactly what they want and they go after it. They don't take no for an answer. They don't let obstacles get in their way. They will totally fight 7 people to get through to get what they want. This is the I'm going to find a way to get what I want, or I'm going to make a way to get what I want. It's also someone who you might view as charming, good-looking, charismatic, like attractive, like I have a lot of attraction toward this person. This can be it's the pinnacle of the wand suit, and the wand is the phallic symbol of the deck. It's passion, desire, sexual energy, sex, and this would be the pinnacle of that suit. A person who is not just driven and motivated and determined, but also driven and motivated by sexual energy. And again, that's sitting right beside a Capricorn card. I got Leo, Leo, Capricorn, Leo, Gemini, Aries, Gemini, Pisces, Aquarius I've seen a few times, Libra a couple of times, more Gemini, Sagittarius, more Aries, a little bit of Virgo, a little bit of Cancer, a little more Libra, Cancer, Leo, Capricorn. You could be dealing with any sign. I mean, this is a collective reading, so it's going to be almost impossible to pin down exactly who you are dealing with as an individual, because I'm not tapping into your specific energy as an individual person right now like I would if I were doing a personal reading for you. I'm tapping into the collective energy of thousands of Capricorn people all at once. So just calling these out that are prominently sticking out in case those mean anything to you. But this person knows what they want and they're fighting for it, and they have a deep emotional connection for you. I don't know if I told you this is Scorpio energy. There's something from the past that they're fighting off too. And it doesn't feel like person in that someone's trying to come back into their life as much as it is some person from their past that has caused them some level of difficulty and hardship and struggle to get through it. It's possible that they got hurt badly enough that like it honed them and made them sharper, which yes is sometimes a very good thing, and made them stronger, but there's shrapnel still there. Next we have Queen of Pentacles, Capricorn energy. This is like the wife. This is like the mother, the wife, the person that I'm building my world around, I'm building my life around. This is half of the equation. The other half is the King of Pentacles. I've seen references to the 10. I've seen references to the 9 and the 1. I don't have the King out here, which tells me that they're not, again, not together with you here. They have massive amount of emotions for you, very deep connection to you, like very powerful. They're viewing you as probably the one for them. They don't want to lose you, but there's still this energy of waiting. The Three of Wands is Aries energy of waiting. This is like being at the beginning stages of manifesting the thing that they want, and they've started down the path. They've taken actions to try and get the thing that they want, and they have this positive belief that the thing they want is going to happen. It just hasn't happened yet, and they're still waiting on that to fully materialize in the physical reality. They're waiting on something that they believe is going to happen. Nine of Cups is the final card for your person. This is Pisces energy. This is, again, a singles energy, like this Nine of Pentacles is for you here. This is single in the physical sense, but for them, this is single in the emotional sense. That can be taken two different ways. That can be taken in a bad way, as in, like, this person's self-centered. They're all about me, myself and I, and then me some more, and my own personal happiness and wish fulfillment is the most important thing. That's more important than what you want. It's more important than what's best for us. It could mean that. It could mean someone who's like smug and self-centered and overindulgent and self-indulgent, intoxicated. It can mean any of that kind of stuff, but it can also just mean that this person is emotionally whole in and of themselves. They don't require some external person to make them feel whole. They don't require an external person to make them feel loved or worthy of love, because they know they are. They love themselves already. They're okay with their own company. It could mean that. It could just mean that this person is single from you at this point because you guys are not physically together, and currently you're not emotionally together for some reason. Tell me more about this Nine of Cups. What's going on with that? Why is that here? It's the final card for Capricorn, this romantic person of interest. Thank you. Okay. I see. Bottom of the deck. Three of Swords. Heartbreak and sadness. Libra energy. This is heartbreak and sadness from a third energy. Like I said before, that doesn't always mean a romantic third party. It can mean that. I haven't had anything throughout this whole reading that really felt like that's what it was trying to say. There have been a couple of hints that something like that could have happened, but that more feels like for somebody watching this that happened, and it's not the case for Capricorn energy specifically in general here. Like, this can be any number of things. It's not you directly, it's not them directly, it's some other energy that's causing some sort of heartbreaking thing for them. It could be a person from their past, like I mentioned, has broken their heart, and now there's shrapnel left over. Death. Ending to something. This is something dying so it can be reborn again in a new, more beautiful way. Think about the caterpillar, like it's an ugly worm with hair on it, but it goes into a cocoon, and when it comes out the other side, it's a beautiful butterfly. But while it's in that cocoon, it ain't having a party in there. It's not fun and games for the caterpillar. It's dying. It's going through a painful metamorphosis, and when that is over, it ain't even a caterpillar anymore. The caterpillar aspect of itself is dead and gone, and something new emerges from that cocoon. And yeah, it comes out way better on the other side, but going through that is not a pleasant ordeal. I see your person having been through not pleasantries here. This is possible that going through heartbreaking stuff has caused them a very difficult, painful travel, and then they've come out better on the other side for it. It's also possible that their wish fulfillment is that even though there was some heartbreaking thing that happened between the two of you, it's external to you. In other words, you didn't break their heart, and it's like your love in this was not broken and their love in this was not broken. It was an external thing that broke this, and that's painful, but my wish is that we come out the other side better for it. And again, in the very next cards, that Nine of Cups I'm clarifying right now, wish fulfillment, my personal happiness, my wish fulfillment is to go from this heartbreak and come out the other side right with you. Yeah, commitment, the Hierophant. Taurus Major Arcana energy. This is commitment. It's being in a committed relationship, taking that to the next level. This is engagements. This is marriage, being fully committed. The Moon. But there's fear, worry, and anxiety present here under the surface based on uncertainty. When the moon's out, it's dark outside. You can't see your full path moving forward. You can't see your hand in front of you sometimes. It's things can be hidden in the dark. It can even be easy to get lost. Like, am I on the correct path anymore? Did I make a wrong turn somewhere? Was this even the right path to begin with? Did I screw this all up? And that level of uncertainty can cause fear, worry, and anxiety in someone. And that's underlying commitment. An Emperor taking control of something there. That could be why we saw that Emperor energy at the beginning, where they're in control and they have the decision to make and you can't make it. Yeah, there's a burden right behind that Emperor energy. Temperance. They're trying to balance themselves out. There's an deep internal work going on here, is what it looks like. When I clarify this Nine of Cups, this personal happiness and wish fulfillment, Two of Swords, the High Priest, the Empress, the Star, the Seven of Wands. Two of Swords, Libra energy. Again, it's a two. It's a choice. It's a decision. It's a decision that needs to be made, but has not been made yet. Either because they don't have enough information, or there's something that they can't see yet, or there's something that they don't want to see. There's something going on where they have not made a decision related to happiness and wish fulfillment. And it might just be heartbreak and sadness. And maybe this isn't finished yet. Maybe you guys are still in this transition period, transformation period, right before you get the wish fulfillment and the commitment. Next, I have the Empress. The Empress. I can't talk today. That's twice I've almost called this the High Priestess. This is the mother of the tarot deck. She's always pregnant, so she's always giving birth to something. So she represents the birth of something new, or in some cases, the rebirth of a connection. I do have connection is dead. I've seen references to reconciliation with the Temperance card showing up under the surface several times. I even think I saw judgment in here at some point. Definitely, they're not wanting to lose you. There's this energy of fighting for something. This could totally be deciding to rebirth it. Like, this is the gateway between the universe and spirit and source, the divine, however you look at that, and the physical reality we live in. So when someone manifests something, it gets birthed into the physical 3D reality through the Empress energy. So the decision to manifest something and birth something has just not been made yet. There's still something from the past. There's still history here. There's still deep emotions here. There's still some sort of struggle happening here for your person. Next, we have the Star. That was your very first card in your energy for this reading. Aquarius Major Arcana, hope, healing. Again, the card that comes after the Tower. You don't make it here without going through the Tower first. So the Tower that happened didn't just happen to you. It happened to them too, it looks like. This is the hope that things can be healed. It's also, like I said in the love reading, showing up in your person's energy 3 different ways. Well, if I count some of these other connections that I'm seeing in terms of signs, if that applies to you, this whole Capricorn Leo thing, it's showing up multiple different ways that way as well. This could just be that they're viewing you as the gift from the universe, the one for them. Like, look, the one I want to birth everything with, the one I want to be, like the mother figure, so to speak here. It's right beside also the Queen of Pentacles, that Capricorn energy. Capricorn is the one for me. They're viewing you as the centerpiece that I'm going to build my life around. And it's also in the same column with the Lovers. So like this screaming multiple different ways that's how they're viewing you. What this decision is that they can't make yet, I don't know. And I don't even know it's fair to say the word they can't make. Maybe it's just they haven't made. I'm not sure how that applies in all situations here. But there is definitely this Leo energy of Seven of Wands, defensive energy, fighting to protect what it is that I want, defending all this external shit coming at me. And I'm fighting to protect what I want, what I desire, what I believe in, what I think is right. I'm fighting to fight for this connection. Now, if you still have questions about this situation or your relationship, click on any of the videos that just appeared on your screen right now. And when you do, you'll be taken to more Capricorn love readings that can give you more insight and more clarity about what's really going on in your particular situation. And I'll see you in the next video.